in this world.
As a manifesting generator, I should choose the unrelated, secretly fun thing over the next best step. My mind will want to cling to something linear, but that's not how my magic works. I get to allow my energy to really play in a big way because the magic is in me being lit up. So choose the thing that feels like an illegal amount of fun because that will actually lead me to the end result I want. Now, this gets me thinking because I have been working to decondition that linear mind thinking that we are socially conditioned to follow. I love human design because I truly believe that it is the best self-love deconditioning tool as long as you know what to study and understand it and actually put those things that you're learning into practice. So I've known for almost 10 years now that my success does not happen linearly. My success happens when I follow my joy, follow my bliss, do only the things that light me up, that are a fuck yes in my body. And it's not going to be linear, that my greatest successes happen from pivoting, even if it doesn't make sense. Now, I've been doing this a lot, but it's exhausting because cultural conditioning out there still says that I need to do things linearly, that I need to follow a process. And my brain keeps wanting me to do that. But here is how I am doing it messily and doing it anyway. So after reading that, I really wanted to record this video. Do I have other things to do? Yes, I do. But I'm a manifesting generator and life happens best when I just go for it and do what lights my sacral on fire. Currently, as many of you know, I am rebuilding myself from the ground up at 41 years old, and I'm currently writing 3 different books right now. The thing about being a manifesting generator that I've discovered is just do the thing that lights you up. Just pivot, even if it doesn't make logical sense. So in a world that glorifies things that make logical linear sense, you can imagine how challenging this can be for me and other manifesting generators out there. But as I was reflecting in my journal today, having pure alone aura time for myself, I realized that some of the best, most awesome things that have happened to me are when I was doing just that, not when I was trying to follow something linear. And I have quantum leaped through things that people said should take something step by step by step. For example, I was on a national commercial for a famous car company, and linear logic would say you need to move to LA, you need to take some acting courses, you need to get an agent, you need to go on auditions. That opportunity literally fell into my lap and I said yes, and I did it, and it earned me and my then partner 30K in residuals at a time that we really needed the money. When I was working with Rich Dad Poor Dad and Robert Kiyosaki to bring financial education to college students and professionals all over the United States, that did not happen linearly. How many people have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad and deeply resonated with what was in that book and will never ever even meet Robert Kiyosaki? I was able to create income from reading that book and meeting him and getting to take that message, a message I was passionate about at the time and still am in some ways, maybe not the author so much, but the principles still stand true. And I was able to make a living from traveling around the United States doing that. There are so many other examples from my life that I could give you. And given what I'm going through right now, this deep metamorphosis, I'm struggling to remember that. My magic really comes to life when I don't try to follow things linearly, when I don't follow logic, when I follow my sacral authority, when I follow my intuition, when I follow what lights me up, because that's how my energy works. And that's why I'm so passionate about things like astrology and human design, not for some hokey pop culture horoscope BS, but truly because I believe that when we study these things and we apply them, not just study them, we actually do the deconditioning work to apply the new knowledge, it works miracles. So to be messy, because messy is sexy, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to tell you about the 3 books that I'm in the middle of writing because my creative process has not been linear at all. And for any creative out there, for anyone who's created something, Y'all know what I'm talking about. I am semi in the valley of despair of creation right now. I've walked away from those three projects for a little bit just because I was starting to feel frustrated and starting to feel like I'm forcing something, which is a huge indicator as a manifesting generator that I am not in alignment. So the last couple of days, I have been focused on getting myself back into alignment so that I know when which project is going to light me up. Manifesting generator, we're literally the hundreds of tabs open personified, and I'll get to it later. And what I've learned through studying human design is that I get to look at all the projects that are on my plate and see which one lights up my sacral. And then I pick that one up, and if none of them do, then I rest or I do something else. But I'm going to tell you what they are because I just feel like I should, because I feel like once I put it out there and share with you my creative process more and more, the writing process, what all of that is like, and also hopefully get feedback from you, that would really, really be helpful for me. One of the best ways to support me is to tell me what you think, what resonates, what you like, what you don't like. But the first book is for when life falls apart and you're terrified of what's next. The second one is about astrology and human design and how you can actually take the knowledge that you've learned to apply it to your real life. And that is called the Cosmic CEO Blueprint. The third one is one that I'm not sure yet how it's all going to come out, but it's going to be about dating and relationships because I have pivoted and been through the mess, the up and down and all around of relationships and dating in major cities like New York City and Los Angeles. And I know that dating, especially nowadays, is very frustrating for singles. And my goal is to just tell some relatable stories, the lessons that I've learned from them so that they can help you. So if any of those titles seem interesting to you, or if you're curious about them and you're like, I want to get my hands on that book, please let me know when it's written. Let me know. Thank you for being here in all my mess. This is literally me still in my PJs. I'm really working to decondition the need to be perfect, the need to make sense logically, and the need to be linear. And my biggest intention and wish is to get my magic out there in the world. So here's how it's happening. Messy is sexy. Love ya. Switch this, switch this, switch this. This is love tonight.